Welcome back. Let us begin. There are no ordinary days in the life of the awakened. And May 10th, 2025. This is not an ordinary day. Something is happening above us and within us. And for those who have ears to hear, this message is your confirmation. Your soul has been feeling something it couldn't name. A pressure, a shift, a sense that something is building in the silence. And now, we have entered a window that only comes once in a generation. Right now, as you listen, the planets above are aligning in a sacred rhythm. A celestial choreography that was written into the blueprint of the universe long before any of us took our first breath. And this alignment is not just for the sake of the stars. It's for you. Let me show you why. On May 10th, 2025, something remarkable is unfolding. Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune are aligning in a way that hasn't occurred in decades. Add to that the grounding influence of Saturn and the aggressive forward motion of Mars, and what you have is a perfect storm for transformation. A portal, a cosmic invitation, a mirror in the sky reflecting the changes stirring in your life. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is amplifying everything. Your gifts, your lessons, your blessings, but also your discomfort. Whatever is inside of you is being stretched, pulled, exposed. Uranus, the planet of revolution, is shaking the foundation of your old identity. Anything fake must fall. Anything you outgrew must go. This isn't chaos. It's divine interruption. Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusion, and spirituality, is softening your rational mind so your soul can speak louder. The veil is thin. You'll notice synchronicities, premonitions, messages in your dreams, people showing up with the exact words you needed. This isn't magic, it's alignment. And Saturn? Saturn is the holy backbone of this shift, the stern father energy that says, grow up, stand up, show up. All of this is happening in real time, in the skies, in the spirit, and in you. It's why some of you have been feeling like something is ending, but you can't quite name what. It's why time feels strange, like it's speeding up and slowing down all at once. It's why you're tired but wired, hopeful but nervous. Because your soul knows what's happening, even if your mind is catching up. This alignment is not just happening out there. It's happening in you. You are the container. You are the temple. You are the channel for this divine energy. That's why you've been weeping for no reason. That's why your body feels heavier in certain places. That's why some people in your life are suddenly pulling away or pushing your buttons or disappearing altogether. They can't go where you're going. Because this window, it's for the chosen. If you've been feeling called to clean your house, detox your body, withdraw from noise, spend time in prayer or solitude, it's because your vessel is preparing to receive not information, revelation. We are not in a time of casual awakenings anymore. We are in the thick of spiritual acceleration. The people who stay asleep during this season will be caught in a loop, repeating lessons, recycling pain, waiting for what has already arrived. But the ones who are awake, the ones who lean into the discomfort, they will rise like lightning, quietly, powerfully, without asking for permission. Now listen, this is not a message meant to scare you, but it is a message meant to wake you. Because there's a cost to ignoring your calling. Every time you pretend you're not ready, you delay the very thing your soul is craving. Every time you numb the pull, you postpone your peace. And right now, On this very day, the spiritual and astral planes are aligned in your favor. But the activation must happen within you. This is your reminder. The planets don't decide your fate. They reveal the timing, the invitation, the opportunity. So let's talk about what that opportunity really is. Under this alignment, you will be shown exactly what's holding you back. Not in theory, in experience. Old relationships will feel heavier. Fake environments will drain you faster. Your tolerance for manipulation, noise, and distractions will vanish. That's not you being moody. That's your spirit refusing to lower its frequency. You'll also begin to notice your creativity returning. Your old passions resurfacing. New ideas waking you up in the middle of the night. Sudden clarity about where to move, who to trust, and what to let go of. This isn't luck. This is the veil lifting. It will feel intense. That's because it is. You're not just upgrading your life, you're being reprogrammed for purpose. This kind of alignment pulls buried gifts to the surface. Spiritual gifts, prophetic sight, healing hands, holy intuition. You'll begin to see behind people's words. Feel the energy of a room before you walk in. Know who is for you before they speak. But the Holy Spirit is moving in this alignment. And when the Spirit moves, everything false starts to break. Let it break. Let the illusions fall. Let the old version of you shed. Let the opinions of others burn in the fire of your rebirth. Because what's on the other side of this window is not just a better life. It's a truer one. So what can you do? Start with silence. Turn down the volume of the world. Get alone with God. Don't ask for a sign. Ask for clarity. Fast from distractions. Speak less. Pray more. Walk in nature. Clean your home. Bless your space. Read the Word. Write down your dreams. Pay attention to your body. Your body is the antenna. Your emotions are the signals. Don't ignore them. If something feels off, it probably is. If something makes your spirit feel tight, pay attention. If someone's presence drains you, they are not aligned with your new season. And don't explain yourself. Not now. This shift is between you and God. People won't understand what you're doing. Let them misunderstand. You weren't born to be understood. You were born to be awakened. On this day, May 10th, 2025, your spiritual compass is being recalibrated. You'll begin to feel drawn to your real path. You'll start letting go of things you once fought to keep. You'll grieve old identities, even as you're stepping into new authority. And when you feel the pull to rest, do it. When you feel the urge to cry, release it. When you feel joy out of nowhere, embrace it. Because the alignment is not happening to you, it's happening through you. You are the vessel God chose to experience this moment. You are the sign someone else is waiting for. The heavens are speaking in layers, and the message is urgent. Wake up now. Everything around you is beginning to feel like it's either too loud or too quiet. People feel heavier or suddenly lighter. You're either deeply drawn to someone or immediately repelled. You can't explain it, but you don't need to. Your spirit is already filtering what your mind hasn't processed. You're being pulled into a divine wave, and it doesn't care if you're ready. It only cares if you're willing. This isn't a time to be neutral. This is a time to stand with God or be swept away by the noise. Your discernment is heightening, your intuition is sharpening, and your calling is knocking. There's no more time to wait. As the spiritual and astral bodies align, so too does your soul. But only if you say yes. The Holy Spirit doesn't yell, it whispers. And lately, those whispers have been louder than your old desires. You've noticed the things that used to satisfy you don't anymore. The distractions that once entertained you now feel like poison. The people you once bent over backwards for now seem far away, even when they're close. This is spiritual maturity unfolding. This is divine pruning. You're being prepared to bloom. And every spiritual alignment comes with opportunities, but only for those with eyes to see. Not your physical eyes, the eyes of your spirit. Right now, portals are open, real ones, not imagined, not metaphorical. Opportunities to realign your path, redirect your voice, restore your faith. These moments will pass if you sleep through them. You'll be called to change something soon, a decision you don't feel ready to make, a leap you're afraid to take. But you will be given the strength you need once you decide. That's how heaven works. You move first. Then the miracle follows. Some of you will be asked to forgive someone who hasn't apologized. Some of you will be asked to walk away from what is almost good enough. Others will feel a divine discomfort where they used to feel secure. And that's how you'll know God is shifting your foundation. You're not being punished. You're being set free. Don't confuse divine discomfort with failure. Discomfort is heaven's warning that your current environment is too small for what's coming. You weren't created to shrink. Everything that's pressing on your spirit right now, every ache, every whisper, every deep cry, is heaven's way of pointing at your next step. And for the ones who keep asking, but how will I know if I'm hearing from God? Peace. That's how. The right path won't come with the absence of fear, but it will come with the presence of peace. A quiet knowing that doesn't always make sense but doesn't go away either. This alignment, it's not about getting more. It's about becoming more. It's not about finally being seen. It's about seeing yourself through God's eyes. Let the old roles die. The people-pleasing, the silent suffering, the bending to fit spaces too small for your calling. Let it all die. Because resurrection only comes after burial. You've made it to this moment. And that alone says something powerful about who you are. Because not everyone has ears to hear this. Not everyone has the courage to sit through truth, this raw, this deep, this personal. But you did. You stayed. You listened. And now you are ready to walk into the most significant window of divine opportunity you've had in years. So let's talk about it. What's really possible for you right now? What are the divine messages, the angel whispers, and the hidden doors that only this alignment can unlock? Let's go deeper. Right now, the veil between dimensions is thinner than it's been in decades. You don't need to be psychic to feel it. You don't have to be a mystic to tune in. You only have to be still, open, present, because the divine is speaking louder than usual, and the angels, they're closer than you think. This is the season where paths are being restructured, destinies rewritten, broken timelines healed, but only for those who are willing to walk with faith, not fear. So many of you have been asking, what is the opportunity? What is the assignment? And here's the truth. It's different for each of us, but the signs will be familiar. This season may bring an opportunity to start something new, something you thought was too late or too big. That book, that business, that healing journey, that ministry, that move. For someone else, it's an opportunity to finally let go of what's been draining your soul. The fake friend, the dead-end job, the old identity that no longer fits who you are. Some of you are being called into purpose, real, divine purpose, for the very first time. And you'll know its purpose because you'll feel both terrified and alive at the same time. You'll know it's divine because you won't be able to stop thinking about it. The idea, the calling, the whisper, it will haunt you until you say yes. These are not just ideas. These are assignments. They come from the divine, from angels, from your own higher self, pushing through the noise to say, this is who you are. This is what you came to do. So don't ignore the pull. Don't talk yourself out of what your soul already knows. Because this window, it won't stay open forever. The energy of May 10th, 2025 is sacred. It carries frequencies that amplify vision, speed up manifestations, and align you with people who carry keys to your next chapter. You may be one conversation away from destiny, one brave decision away from alignment, one bold yes away from miracles. And here's what most people won't tell you. The opportunity won't always look like a miracle. It will often look like a small open door, a hard decision, an inconvenient truth, a quiet nudge to walk away. It will feel like clarity wrapped in discomfort. But that is where you find heaven. The Holy Spirit never screams, it whispers. And in this season, it is whispering to you. Listen to the conversations that repeat. Listen to the dreams that won't let go. Listen to the tears that come out of nowhere. All of these are messages. Divine messages don't always come through angels in white robes. Sometimes they come through heartbreak, sometimes through silence, sometimes through being so tired of your own patterns that you finally drop the mask. Sometimes God's biggest message is in what ends, what falls apart, what doesn't text you back, because space must be made. And in this season, space is being cleared, not to leave you empty, but to prepare you. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. The angels are aligning things on your behalf. You don't need to chase. You don't need to beg. You need only to trust. That's the hardest part, isn't it? To trust what you can't see. To walk when you're afraid. To say yes when you have no guarantees. But trust is the currency of this spiritual economy. And when you move in trust, heaven moves in response. Doors open, people appear, energy shifts. This isn't fantasy, this is faith. And the ones who walk in it, the ones who obey the whisper, are about to experience more alignment in 6 months than they've seen in 6 years. That's the power of divine timing. That's the opportunity of this alignment. So, what are the signs to watch for? How do you know you're on the right path? Peace, not ease, not perfection, but peace. A quiet knowing that doesn't leave even when things are still hard. A sense of being held even when you're walking through fire. You'll also notice synchronicities increasing. Numbers, names, songs, words from strangers that answer your secret prayers. These are the signs of alignment, the language of angels, the way the divine confirms what your soul already knows. Some of you will begin seeing visions, hearing phrases that come from somewhere beyond you, feeling chills in your body that confirm what you can't yet explain. Don't fear it. Don't doubt it. Say thank you. And then say yes. You don't need a 10-step plan. You just need to be obedient to. This season will offer you 3 great opportunities: to rise, to release, to remember who you are, to rise above what you used to tolerate, to walk with dignity, to speak with purpose, to stop apologizing for your gifts to release what never loved you right. The wounds, the comparisons, the doubts, the fear that whispers you're not enough. And to remember that you are not here by accident, that the gifts inside you are not random, that your pain was not for nothing. It was all preparation. You didn't just survive, you were refined. You didn't just get through it, you grew through it. And now the world needs you. The real you, the healed you, the whole you, the bold, unshakable, awakened version of you that knows what time it is. So don't delay, don't dim, don't deny the pull. You are needed, and your voice matters. There is someone waiting for you to rise, so they know it's possible. Someone whose blessing is tied to your obedience. And you will never be ready in the way the world defines it. You'll be ready when you decide to trust. So say yes. Say it with your actions. Say it with your boundaries. Say it with your silence. Say it with your feet when you walk away from what no longer fits. Say it with your eyes when you finally look in the mirror and see God staring back. Because you are the sign, the walking testimony, the miracle in motion. And heaven is watching. Watching how you respond, watching how you trust, watching how you walk, not for punishment, but for purpose. Because to the one who responds, heaven releases, heaven aligns, heaven sends, and your life becomes the evidence that faith is real, that timing is divine, that miracles are personal. So breathe, be still, and say yes, because this is the moment, this is the opportunity, this is the alignment, and you, chosen one, you are ready. Welcome to the beginning. Now go show the world what God can do through someone who says yes. Drop 777 in the comments if you feel it. Say it aloud. I receive this word. I accept my assignment. I say yes. Because you have learned, you have remembered. And now, it's time to walk. Heaven is moving. And now, so must you.